welcome to the Valley. Today I am your host, Janet Michael. It is the Valley Business Today, top of Virginia Regional Chamber's turn at the mic. We're sitting at Winchester Regional Airport today, which is where top of Virginia Regional Chamber offices are housed. Kaylee Fincham sitting across the table from me. She is their Director of Events. Nick Szabo here with me as well, Executive Director for Winchester Regional Airport. So the two of them together can only mean one thing. That means they're going to talk about Wings and Wheels. So before we jump in the weeds, Kaylee, on all of the things that you've got planned and what you're working on for that event this year, how was it last year? Was it well attended? Did the vendors have a good time? Give me a little rundown of a recap of what I missed.
Well, Nick, between him and I, we put a lot of hours into this.
Right?
Event. A lot of hours. But we love our community. We wanted to bring something that anyone can attend. Any age, any kind of background, any kind of fans from cars to planes. We had surprisingly about 3,000 people, Janet.
Get out.
I wish I could joke, but I'm not.
I would joke about that. That's a good thing.
3,000 folks that came out.
That is insane. And it was packed. Not even just from the people that were there attending. You had a lot of stuff for them to do. Is a lot of that coming back again this year?
Oh, absolutely. Some of the highlights that we had was definitely you have your Wings and Wheels. So aircraft static displays. We had a very large car show. When you think of car show, it's not just your classic. We had classic cars, muscle vehicles, custom rides out there, motorcycles, large trucks. So anything that has wheels, they brought it out. We had local food trucks, sweet treat vendors and drinks. A nice little vendor market between businesses, nonprofits, and arts and crafts, family farms, touch a truck experience, as well as we had some live music provided by Chris Harrison. Did a great job. And then balloon artists, barrel rides again, getting some face paint out there for another kids area, trying to bring everything we got together.
I can't imagine, Nick, how great it was for you because you're a huge fan of getting kids to the airport. You like when kids come out and can see what their opportunity and options are as they get older. So having kids running around here and seeing the airplanes and seeing how the inner workings of the airport happen had to have been a highlight for you.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. An event like this, I can't ignore the strategic importance of it. And for us, as you said, workforce development and exposing youth to the airport and aviation and forming a positive association from an early age is so important to us. And I got to say, this event really exceeded my expectations. It's always a little nerve-wracking as you're planning an event. In some ways, this was a first ever for us.
It was new-ish.
It was new-ish, right? But I got to say, Kaylee and her team did a phenomenal job of really applying the lessons learned from the Apple Blossom Air Show and ensuring that all the hiccups from that event were ironed out. And so it just made for just a very pure, fun day. And seeing those kids and the families and things at the airport, couldn't ask for a better day, really.
And Kelly, that's not to say that there aren't things that you learned during that event that you're going to tweak for this year's event. There's always something, whether it's parking or it's layout or it's, oh, we should have had this vendor or any of those things. That's what makes an event good year over year over year, is making those tweaks and improvements.
Oh, absolutely. With any kind of event, no matter if it's wings or wheels or anything, when you run events, the one thing you want is to improve it, no matter any shape, way, or form. With Wings and Wheels, it is a different kind of animal because obviously Mother Nature, you can't play in that, so outdoor, and it's on airport grounds. So it's not like just a random field or parking lot you could just show up. There's a little bit more paperwork and different signages and different overall logistics of the event because of where it is. And at the end of the day, we just want everyone to stay safe.
So what is the date for it this year? Give me the details and the logistics for that.
So this year it's Saturday, October 3rd, and it's from 10 to 3.
How is it going to be different this year? Is still live music, still food vendors, still the market, still all of that sort of stuff?
Hopefully a little bit more. We are doing not we, Nick and his team and everyone out there construction-wise doing a little work on the Tarmac itself.
We'll be wrapping up some construction, so we'll have a bit of a new layout. I think we've had some ideas and some brainstorming about improving the flow of the show, so that'll be something that's a little new and different this year. We're hoping to grow the live music portion of that as well, add some new performers. And then I was very impressed last year with the amount of vendors and exhibitors that, as Kaylee remarked, had a mini market of sorts out there. It's a great opportunity for folks that just want to showcase their local business by way of a large-scale community event that brings in a huge cross-section of what they're trying to attract. So I think you're going to see a lot of that. So think of last year, but enhanced. I think we're going to do a better job with the flow, have a more curated and intentional design of how folks experience the show. But above all, the price price remains the same.
And we gotta love free.
That's right.
We
Absolutely.
love free, Janet. Yes, and that was our goal, Nick and I's goal at the beginning, straightforward. We want this event free, and that's the beautiful work of our sponsors.
And that's where they are so important. And I think sometimes people think about sponsors and they think, oh, yeah, it's just great for a business to get out their name and marketing. While that is true, they really do play a vital role in an event like this because it keeps it so these families with 2, 3, 4 kids don't have to pay $5 a kid or that sort of stuff. They can come and enjoy something like this.
Yes, it is free to the public. However, when you do come into the event, when it comes to food or drinks and some arts and crafts or other vendors, they will have prices, some with kids things too.
And that's expected.
Yes, of course. We try to forewarn people, but coming in, it is free.
Do you have sponsors that are returning? Are you starting from scratch? Talk to me about what sponsorship looks like.
We do have a few returning, and then we have some that are starting from scratch, but huge shout out to United Bank, Blue Ridge Agents, Burke and Herbert Bank, Shenandoah Valley Financial Services, and Rappahannock Electric. They've already got their name on the radar. The visibility alone for this event, for your name out there, they're super excited, and it's nice because even though they're a sponsor, they have an exhibitor table that comes with it, and then that's another way to have some of their staff, folks, meet and greet, shake hands, kiss babies, not kiss babies, let's just be honest, but just talk to people, another great way to get out there.
And there's likely sponsors that you had last year that are now listening going, oh man, I forgot to reach out to Kaylee. I got to let her know I still want to sponsor or something this year. How does that process work?
Definitely reach out at events@regionalchamber.biz, and you can find more information at www.regionalchamber.biz.
And you have different levels, so it's not like if I can't give you a check for 10 grand, I can't be a sponsor or participate. You really do have it broken down so that any business size, it would fit their budget.
Absolutely. We have a presenting sponsor at $10,000. We have platinum level sponsors at $5,000, gold level sponsors at $3,000, silver level at $1,000, and bronze level at $500.
And then what you get is directly proportionate to how much
yes,
you
absolutely.
pay. So if you want all of the bells and whistles, then you need to be stroking that check for 10 grand.
Well, and a note too on the sponsorship return on investment. Here we are, we're almost 5 months away from the show, and we're already name dropping these people. So when you think about your marketing budget for the year and you think about maximizing the number of contacts and people who are going to see your name and logo, here we are. We're already starting the marketing. I got to say we're well out in advance of where we were last year. But think about all of the marketing that the Chamber does so well to their membership of over 800 businesses. It's widely visible in the community with all of their collateral that you see in the Winchester Star everywhere. So this event gets rolled up into that. So your name, your sponsorship, your investment, I think will pleasantly surprise you in terms of how many people will interact with your brand. So that's the pitch, I guess, from my side of the table. And just know that, as Kaylee said, there's a lot of levels there that can fit pretty much any budget. And we like to think that the character and the reputation of this show is one in which a lot of positive association with it. It's family friendly, it's fun, it's exciting, it's aviation, it's cars. There's a lot to like about it. We definitely encourage businesses out there, big and small, to consider a sponsorship.
And then what about the vendors? You were talking earlier about vendors. Are you currently accepting applications for vendors to make that a little larger? What does that look like?
Yeah, so for the vendor market, we have 3 different options that a vendor can pick from. We have a size that's a 10 by 10 booth, a size that's a 20 by 10 booth if you want to bring a little extra, and then also we have a nonprofit rate.
And that mix is, it goes back to what Nick was saying a minute ago, is it really does encourage anybody and everybody from the community to come out and then wander around there, because there may be a nonprofit there that I've heard about but haven't actually been able to talk to find out exactly what it is they provide to the community. And maybe they're next to a business that has just opened, or a business that's been around forever that I've been meaning to get to and haven't done that either. This is a really great opportunity for people to do all of the things in one spot.
Oh, it's really nice because when you're walking in, there's like eye candy everywhere. I know that's funny to say, but you have all these planes, and it was really cool to see last year that some folks have never been to an airport, big or small, have never been around an airplane. So when we had not just little airplanes, we had huge airplanes out there, like a Berlin airlift we had last year. So it's like you can see adults, kids go underneath the plane, look how big the tires are. It's truly amazing to see their eyes, their wheels are turning. Next thing you know, you look over here and there's motorcycles or police RVs or Hummers and cars. It was just
Rappahannock Electric's bucket truck,
exactly.
all of that stuff.
Everywhere you turned, it was just like okay, this is happening.
I almost feel bad for the parents who are getting dragged from spot to spot by their kids going, I want to see this now. I don't want to see this now.
Start at 10, and parents, trust me, Nick and I, we all have kids. We understand nap time. Let those little legs run. Nap time will come and it'll be beautiful. It will.
That's right.
It will.
We are also contemplating how to accommodate fly-in traffic that day of better and more seamlessly.
Oh, wait, so people were still flying in while you were having this event last year?
Well, that's a neat feature too. I think that was an unexpected surprise is how excited the public was about seeing the runway in use and just seeing, because the airport does not close here. It's just,
that's
we
true.
just cordon off a part of the apron there to make sure it's a safe event. But no, you can expect to see airplanes flying continuously. And for a lot of people to be that close to it, it's really exciting. But we're also going to allow for folks to actually fly in and participate if they want to attend the show. So we'll have dedicated parking for aircraft and for pilots, that kind of thing. So expect some communication out about that.
We talked about parking last year, and you had the shuttle from the Navy Federal parking garage that was bringing people over, but airplanes are a whole lot more complicated when it comes to having to park them at an event like this.
Yeah. No, that's a neat privilege for those that can fly to be able to fly into something like this. So we'll make sure that we've got a safe plan for that. The other thing I wanted to note is that this fall, this event kind of coincides with some other efforts that we've taken with the local school systems. We're working on a grant through Go Virginia to roll out some career and technical education programs around aerospace here at Winchester Public Schools and also Frederick County Public Schools. So my association between those programs and this event is how do we get, again, kids interested in aviation? And there's no substitute for that very visceral, authentic experience of being on the airport grounds, being up close and personal to an airplane, maybe even getting to sit in the cockpit. So we're really thrilled that this event will coincide with the launch of those programs as well.
And I think that's fantastic too, because it's going to serve as that banner. It's going to have the kids here that maybe they haven't heard of that program yet, or they're not really sure this is something, really, is it really that cool? And then they're here that day and see a plane land, and then have the ability to see that cockpit and to walk around the tarmac, and all of a sudden they're like, I got to find out more about this program, because I'm sure the schools will have something set up or have information about that. You'll have something about that here at the airport.
Definitely, yes.
Nick made a great point. During the event itself, yes, you have fly-ins come down. Some will do what are they?
Touch and go?
Touch and goes.
Nice work. She's
I know, I'm learning. But besides just having that at Wings and Wheels, they have that every day here at the airport. So anytime, the doors are always open. We tell the community.
Well, school's about to be out,
yes,
so parents could come
bring
and
some lunch.
sit.
Yeah.
Yes, they have great chairs outside. You can sit out there when the weather is great. You come inside, look around. It's just a great place to come to.
Right.
And I think that's something that all of us overlook. You and I have had that conversation many times, Nick, that it never would have occurred to me to just come out to the airport because I didn't know I could.
Right.
And with this new construction and with all of the upgrades and things that you've done here, it's even more beautiful for people to just walk in with their teenager, with their toddler, and sit, have a snack of some sort, and watch these planes land and watch them take off.
We designed this building intentionally to connect with the community in new and meaningful ways. That was our guiding principle through the design process. So everything that Kaylee mentioned as far as the seating that's available, the great windows, the views, all that. This building is 80% bigger than the one it replaced, and it creates a lot more space for community to gather and to convene and to enjoy the airport in the most simple experience, really. So we are thrilled that the building is doing just that, and we want to share that message far and wide. We want this to be seen as their local community airport and to ask questions and to be curious. That's really where the conversation begins for us, to explain the value of having a great general aviation airport and the services that it provides, the economic benefit, the things that it does that only aviation can provide. For example, aeromedical evacuation or organ harvest and transplant operations that we do in concert with Valley Health. Things that we don't think about as community members, but could be life-saving and can mean all the difference in the world in those precious minutes and seconds after something happens. We play a part in that. And so it's just a mission that we almost see as mundane, but it's important that our community understands the value of a general aviation airport.
And you're not just about the planes either. You've got flight schools here. You've got businesses. The chamber's offices are located here. You have conference rooms that people can take their meetings and such here. There's a lot going on outside of airplanes wings.
That's right. Again, that was a great commercial because that's exactly what we designed this building to do, is that it really is multi-purpose and it can do a lot. At any given week, the schedule usually gets filled pretty quickly as far as the other activities. In fact, just this morning, we had Winchester Public Schools out with a school group and tours. We'll have Hanley Library back out with us again here in a few weeks, the second Friday in June.
Oh, they do the
to
story
time
time
at the airport. Again, we do a lot of programming, and the partnership with Chamber is such a good one for us because it just highlights the importance of the airport to the local business community, to the community really itself. We could talk about this for hours. We are just so thrilled with this building. And above all, though, we want the public to know about this place, and we want them to come visit and to ask questions and to let us be a resource for them.
And I think that's why having an event like Wings and Wheels is so important. It carries so much weight in so many different areas, because if someone is interested in any of the things that'll be here that day, you've checked that box. If it encourages somebody to come to the airport that wouldn't have otherwise, it checks that box. And then if you've got somebody who just needs something to do with their kids for a couple of hours, it checks that box too. So it really was genius to reboot this event and bring it back here to the airport.
Oh yeah, Janet. Overall, Wings and Wheels is about bringing people together. It's for a high energy, hands-on celebration with everything moves on the ground and in the air. I mean, so that's what this event is, and overall just bringing the community together.
So you are currently looking for sponsors at all the levels.
Yep.
You are accepting applications for vendors, whether they're a nonprofit, small business, large business. If somebody wants to do the touch a truck and they want to bring a bucket truck or a fire truck or any of that sort of stuff. Music, are you still looking for more music? Nick mentioned earlier that you're going to hopefully expand the music. Should people reach out to you if they've got a band and they want to play?
Absolutely. The more the merrier. We love to talk. Try to see if we can work something out.
And all of that is events at regionalchamber.biz. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I'm going to use that as a segue to announce that the reason that it's not Kay Fincham at regionalchamber.biz is because as people are listening to this, now we're recording a week in advance, but as people are listening to this, tomorrow, Kaylee Fincham, is your last day at the Top of Virginia Regional Chamber because you have bigger and brighter things that you are moving on to. And I have to say, I'm so proud of you for what you're about to do. So tell everybody where you're going and what you're doing.
Man, my heart's pounding real fast. It is definitely a bittersweet moment. The amazing relationships I've built, personal, business, folks in this community. I can't thank the Chamber enough because it's opened my eyes to a whole new world in this community. From when we started about 3 years ago. And now my sister Kristen and I and our mom Donnie, we have the Ivy Trust Floor and Decor. We're expanding it more towards the Ivy Collective, where we're an event service that oversees event planning, corporate events to weddings, day of coordination. We have event design, layout, floristry. We have the Ivy Room, and we just now are partnering with the Exchange on Loudon, running the events for that building, and with Dan and Dee, who have Water Street, Village Square, and Manja and stuff. They have the Winchester Tavern below as another restaurant, and if you guys
Is it open now? I know
yeah.
it was going to open during Apple Blossom, but I wasn't sure if that was a temporary thing or if it's open.
Oh, it's open now. It's definitely a speakeasy vibe, super neat. The drinks are amazing. The food is they have elk meatballs, duck ragoons. They have I kid you not, an apple butter smash burger.
What?
It is so good. It is so good. But the idea is for them, in-house catering, bringing it up top. And
nice.
One-stop shop for an event.
I think that's fantastic. And this is something you have always done anyway. You and your mom and your sister were doing all of the event planning and doing events. I mean, your mom single-handedly, I think, pulls off the Kinder Village at the Winter Village that they have downtown on the Walking Mall. So you're no stranger to any of this, but you've just decided now is the time that you're going to do this full time because people want you to do it for them.
Not volunteering,
right?
But I do that one too. There's something in our gut that let's try it. Let's try it. Like I said, with the relationships we've built and the connections we've made with certain folks, it's a whole new light, and I think it's going to be a good one.
So to that end, Nick, can people have events here at the airport? We talked about corporate meetings and things like that, but if I wanted to have some sort of a conference or I wanted to have some sort of a birthday party or something, what does that look like here at the airport?
Well, and first I want to say that we're really going to miss Kaylee, not only with this event, but just having her in the building and being able to work alongside her for various things at the airport has just been a real pleasure of ours. We're really going to miss her, but also cheer her on. We agree that this is an awesome move for her, and we couldn't be more thrilled for the new chapter that she's starting here. But to your question, yes, you can have events here. We are a bit capacity constrained. The total occupancy of the building is still around 300 people, so we have to keep that in mind, and we also have to balance that it is an operational facility.
You can't close the runway, right?
So usually the events that we've attracted so far are those that like to be close to aviation, they want to experience it and see it, and the airplane noise and things like that aren't a bother to them. So I would kind of give that little caveat there. But I would encourage anyone that's interested in an event to reach out to me this time. My email is nsabo@flyokv.com. Please reach out. We do have a schedule of fees for the business center, for the lobby, and for anything else. But we like to be creative and work within the realms of possible when it comes to events out here. And as long as you can live within our constraints, then it's a really neat place to have an event.
And I suspect that you and Kaylee will continue to work together on all kinds of things, because the one thing that Kaylee is so outstanding at is that, and I've done this, so I know this for a fact, is that you can call her up and say, hey, I got this idea. And that's all you have to say. The next thing you know, that idea for an event or for whatever you want to do, she has already put it together. She's told you what you can do. She's found a venue for you. She's told you how many people you can seat at such venue. It's going to be great because she's now, with all the inside knowledge she has here, you might get a little overwhelmed with some events.
There you go. Yes, she knows too much. No,
Good luck, my friend. I'm not all that upset that you're leaving because you and I are still going to be as we always are. So I am not, but I am so proud of you for taking this leap. I think you are going to be outstanding in this new venture.
Now I'm like crying. Thank you. Definitely, like I said, bittersweet, but
So where can people find you as of tomorrow when people are listening on the radio? Give me websites, give me all of that sort of stuff.
that's if I had business cards, Janet. I'm always downtown on the Walking Mall. A lot of the times I'm either at the Exchange on Loudon or downtown at the Ivy Room.
And I'll put links to your socials and everything in the valleytodaypodcast.com show notes. Thank you, Nick, for letting us come and take over your conference room today. I'm excited about Wings and Wheels this year. So I'm guessing it will likely be you and I talking about it in, maybe September?
That's right. Yep. We'll keep an empty chair over there.
Yes, that's exactly.
I hope you get somebody else, 'cause I'm pretty boring.
gosh.
I'm pretty boring to talk with.
Hey, I'm still a chamber member, so I still will be
You're
at
still
things,
gonna be
I'm
around.
at events.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can't get rid of me that easily.
I will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of The Valley Today, just a few minutes after noon, so meet me here then.